Evening, everyone. Tonight is October 6th, 2020. I'd like to welcome you to the committee meeting of the Appointments Committee. Councilors present this evening are Councilors Green, Van Huizenga, Fleming, Walsh, and myself, Councilor Kushmerek. We have one item before this committee this evening, and that is the reappointments for their building commissioner, term to expire October 1st, 2023, of Mr. Mark Barbadoro, who is joining us this evening. Mark, good evening. Thank you for joining us. Thanks for having me. Absolutely. I have just one counselor who would like to ask you a quick question or speak, and that's Councilor Green. You have the floor.
Thank you. Good evening, Mr. Barbadoro.
Good evening.
I just have one question for you about if there was going to be one change, or if we could make one change to make things easier in the building department, what would that be? How would you see us moving forward with that? What would be something that we could implement, or new tools? What would be more helpful at this point?
As far as technology is concerned, we're in, I think, really good shape with our new software. I think what I need to make the job easier would be another staff person, but I think that this is not the right time to be even approaching a subject like that. So I would say that this might be a time to, I don't think I really need anything at this point. I need to try and make sure that we're responsive to the needs of the citizens, and I don't see any. I don't really need anything to get that done, other than just more staff. But that is it's just not right to ask for right now.
All right. No, thank you. I appreciate you being honest and upfront about that. Thank you.
Mark, I'll just add, I think you've done a wonderful job through your first term as a building commissioner, and I know the conditions are not easy. We have a lot of challenges and a lot of demands, and there's been a lot of construction and growth in our city. And you know, I think like any department, there's always room for that question of maybe at the heart of Councilor Green's comment of what can we do better, and how do we get better? How do we streamline services? How do we make it easier for people coming into the city or our residents to get permits, to engage in new construction, or to be able to rehab buildings and interact with our community? And so I know that you've always been willing to engage in those discussions of how we do that as a city and how we get better and improve. So I appreciate the work that you've done there.
Thank you. I think my weakest point right now is zoning, and I think it's urgently needed. And I'm this year I'm going to try and focus more on the zoning issues that are plaguing the city.
Well, thank you for your continued efforts. With that, I have a motion made by Councilor Fleming and a second made by Councilor Walsh to approve the reappointments of Mark Barbadoro to a term to expire October 1st, 2023 as building commissioner. Speaking on the motion, if there are no comments, and we'll do this by roll call vote. Councilor Fleming?
Yes.
Councilor Walsh?
Yes.
Councilor Van Huizenga?
Yes.
Councilor Green?
Yes.
And I am a yes. It is unanimous. Motion carries. Congratulations, Mr. Barbadoro.
Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For all you do. With that, I'd entertain a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Yes.
Motion.
Made and seconded. Speaking on the motion, we are adjourned. Thank you, councilors.